Morning. One second. Beep, beep. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Well, Beep Beep's having a great day, aren't you, Beep? Um, Good morning, Sumit, Luke, Chris, Amir, Varun, Carlos. Really glad that you guys could make it. Chris, you feel refreshed. Nice, I'm glad. Does Beep Beep refresh you? What are you guys studying today? Dr. Merlot, hello. Beep Beep is a boy. His sister is called Boop. But Boop doesn't like to go downstairs. Boop is a homebody. Maybe one day I'll bring Boop down. But the problem with Boop is that when she's downstairs, she just screams continuously. Oh, Dr. Merlot. I don't speak Japanese. I only speak Chinese. So from the kanji part of it, I believe that you're saying something about the Japanese language. I don't know what happens after that. Ah, okay. So you're studying languages. I gotta say, you regret not studying languages early in life. Well, that's really impressive. I only know two languages. I only know Chinese and English. Well, okay, I know French to an extent. Like if I were forced to live in France or something and I could only speak French, I could probably get by with French. But it's very minimal. That's really cool though. New languages. So I think what you said then is that you're learning Japanese. That's so awesome because then you can watch anime properly. That must be the goal. Marco, you're working on a SaaS platform. Why the frowny face? It's cool. Well, we're gonna have put in some good amount of work in the next 2 hours. Barkovy, you're trying to finish up some chemistry revision over here. Nice, nice. Is it orgo chem or physical chem? Hey, developer. How's it going? Glad you could join. Only two languages. Yeah. Amir, do you speak Mandarin or Cantonese? Yeah, I speak Mandarin, and I also speak English. Yeah, and minimal French, just to put that there. Paulo, no, I haven't come to Brazil yet. I would love to go to Brazil. I just really, when this pandemic is over, what I want to do is just travel. I really, really want to travel. South America, Russia, there's so many places that I want to see and I want to do. Yeah, I want to go to Brazil. Wandergeist, I'm a second year data science student. Nice, welcome. I assume you'll be studying data science? Actually, with data science, how common is it to have a data science major these days, I wonder? I feel like it's only for the past couple years or so where I've even really seen data science as a major in college. It's pretty new, right? Harsh. You started machine learning after watching your videos. I'm really glad. I'm really, really happy. Yeah, I mean this is a really cool field. And Marco, it's a bit tedious. True, true it is. Yep. I find what helps for me is like if the work I do is very tedious work, then I just put on some good music and I just do the like pomodoros and then it's like I feel like if you have the right mindset going in, like understanding the type of work that you're doing, you can enjoy that too. You know what I mean? It's like it's tedious work, but it's like not stress. It's just like repetitive, I'm assuming, or like work that's not very like how do you say? Like it doesn't involve a lot of problem solving, that kind of stuff. So it's like kind of more relaxing. I hope that made sense. And then you can contrast that with stuff like learning something very actively, which is much more like intensive, right? So it's kind of like a workout in that sense. It's like two very different things, type of things to do. Dr. Merlot, your goal is to climb Mount Fuji. And then you started learning more about Japanese culture. That's really cool. You're addicted to Japanese language. Yeah, that's super, super cool. All right, we're gonna get started. We are at 7:37. Well, you guys already know the drill. Most of you do. We're doing 50-minute Pomodoro, and then we're gonna have a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna do it all again. Cool. Let's get started. All right. How are you guys doing? I got through the first part of the what is it called? Third exercise. We're doing logistic. So the assignment is for I don't even know what it's for. I don't know. The assignment is for neural networks, but the first part of it is logistic regression. So I'm just finished off that part, and then now I'm working on the one versus all classifier. Yeah, we'll see how much I can get done. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can actually finish this assignment today. That would be awesome. Then I'll be one lesson ahead of this week. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Also, do you guys see Beep Beep? He's just like on my lap right now. I don't know if you guys can see him. Like here. What am I doing with his tail? Well, hey everybody that just joined. Let me just write check descriptions for what I'm studying. Here, let me pin that. What am I doing with his tail? Yeah, so he does this thing with his tail where he just like he smacks my leg with it. It kind of hurts. I don't know how he has so much strength in such a tiny little tail. So to prevent him from doing that, I just put his tail up. I don't think he minds. Do you mind? Beep beep. Do you mind that I take your tail away from you? Maybe you do. Kalista, glad that you could join. You're applying for a job. Nice. You're Shiraj. You're doing data analyst along with you. Nice. I'm glad. Shashriman, you just learned about hypothesis testing. Cool, cool. I use hypothesis testing so much at my job. So definitely, if you want to do data science, very important. Let's see. Dr. Merlot, you moved from language learning to cleaning your bathroom, to proving why things work in ML. Am I doing this Pomodoro thing correctly? Well, that's very impressive that you managed to do all of that in 50 minutes. You learn language, clean your bathroom, and also prove things in ML. Very, very impressive. You're doing the Pomodoro thing so correctly. You should probably teach all of us how you manage to do all of that at the same time. Um, yes, beep, 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 beep. You guys can't hear him, but when we're studying, he sometimes he likes to sit behind the computer, like behind you guys, and just squeak. Beep, beep. Are you feeling a little bit squeaky today? It's okay. You're a bit squeaky today. Um, Melody, nah. I go live Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Yeah. I think, yeah, I've always done Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Hey, Pierre. Kalista, I want to ask what kind of statistics stuff do I use in work? Yeah, that's a really good question. So just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm a data scientist. I work at one of the FANG companies. So I do a lot of experimentation work, so a lot of hypothesis testing, like t-test, z-test, like those kind of things. That's and lot and like a decent amount of Bayes stuff as well. Let's see, what else do I do? Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think most of the stats that I do is concentrated around experimental work. Yeah, experimental work, hypothesis testing. I also do distributions as well, but that's kind of part of the experiments and hypothesis testing as well. Yep. Um, Masood, I'm looking for internship in DS without having a CS degree. Seems very, very difficult to get an interview. Yeah, I mean, honestly, even with a CS degree, it's still really, really hard to get an interview. Like this position that I currently have was the only data science position that even gave me an interview. It was the only one that gave me a chance, and I did have the CS masters as well. So it really is difficult. So, you just persevere, like keep applying for places. There's a very large factor of luck as well. So, luck, try to maximize as much as you can. Try to, yeah, I mean, that's really, I feel like my biggest piece of advice isn't super satisfactory at all. It's just very much like you just gotta keep applying to places, get referrals when you can, if you're able to, but really it just comes down to building out your resume, making sure that you have a good portfolio, do all the things that you need to do to make yourself stand out. For example, if you don't have a CS degree, don't try to make yourself into a CS person, right? Like you want to stand out. You want to be someone that is different from everybody else, right? That's what ultimately gets you that interview and ultimately gets you hired as well. So do the things that you love doing. Take advantage of your background, and then put that into a portfolio and showcase that in a way that your recruiter can easily see all that information. And then your unique background and all the things that make you who you are going to be the things that distinguishes you in the end. I hope that helps. Jose, I'm really glad it helps you stay motivated. Yeah, this I think there really is, sometimes I come to these study sessions myself and I don't even feel like studying and I'm the one live streaming it. I think there's a certain thing, like there's a certain power to just showing up. Like showing up is the first step and it's the most important step, right? I think I've from doing these live streams now for I think I've been doing this for 3 weeks. That's the thing that I really learned. Just showing up is enough. May some days you get more work done, some days that you don't, but it just showing up will allow you to just sit here and build that habit over time. And I'm always, always grateful that I showed up as opposed to not showed up, right? That's what it is. To stay motivated, it really comes down to can you get yourself to do things even when you don't feel like doing it? And for me, I don't have the self motivation to get myself to do things, unfortunately. That's why I rely on accountability by setting up these live streams and knowing that you guys are studying. Like me knowing that you guys are studying motivates me so much because like I can't just sit here and not do anything, right? There's all these incredible people studying, and that's something that I should be doing as well. So that's how I keep myself motivated. Um, let's see. Have I been to Russia? No, I have not been to Russia. I've mentioned this a few times before. I really, really want to go to Russia. That was my top destination prior to COVID. After I graduated, I literally just really wanted to go to Russia. I think that's still going to be my top destination after all of this is over. Um, how many Russian colleagues do I have? How do you think programmers from CIS are so good, and how many Russian colleagues do I have? I don't think I have any Russian colleagues actually. Maybe a few, but not any that I directly work with. Yeah, but I know there are a lot of Russians who are in this field. Yeah, Russians are good in math and programming. Um, I think that's a stereotype also for Chinese people or like Asians in general. Um, I'm currently in the States. Yeah, I'm in the States right now. 27 seconds. Maximize the breaks. Dr. Merlot, Bayesian statistics, ML. You never tried applying statistics to finding weights or biases is an interesting concept, but personally I'm interested in the exact, not things with noise. Okay. Okay. I guess like the thing is if like in real life, a lot of the stuff that you do has a lot of noise in it. I think that's why there's such an emphasis on distributions as well. Oops. No. All right. Guys ready? 50 minutes. Second Pomodoro. You guys feel motivated? Let's do it. How's everyone doing? I finished most of the exercise. There's like a small thing that I still need to do for the last question. But I'm mostly done with week 4. Yeah, and then we're on to week 5 on Friday. What about you guys? How was your study? Beep Beep was just sitting here sleeping with me the entire time. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. I hope you're doing well. I'm really glad. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Yang, how much of deep learning is used by data scientists at work? Yeah, that's a pretty good question. So I think it depends on where you work and what you're doing. For me personally, I don't use any deep learning. Um, the reason for that is because the work I do values much more explainability and business as opposed to just accomplishing things. There are definitely data scientists that specialize in deep learning, and they work on those models. I am I want to say like most data scientists though, and most people who don't have a PhD will not be doing deep learning at their job. Because realistically, you don't actually need that many people to do deep learning. Most of the people that you need are the ones that are doing, like basic, I don't want to say basic modeling, but like not very advanced modeling work, as well as spending a lot of your time trying to understand business problems and trying to solve the problems using explainable models. Yeah, that's something that I've noticed in the industry. You can make like really cool complex models and whatnot, and it's still gonna be difficult for people to actually implement these models or like actually use them in any context, because they don't really understand how it works, right? So the emphasis is really placed on be able to solve problems in a way that other people can understand your solution for. I hope that helps. Shivani, you finished learning about linear regression implemented using stats models. Cool. Mind Fate, Python to prepare for next semester. Nice. Dr. Merlot, my study has no end. Not only am I still learning Japanese, but I'm still learning English. Notice all my grammar mistakes? I did not. I thought you were a native speaker, Dr. Merlot. I'm very, very surprised. What's your native language? Jacqueline? Jacqueline, you actually did some assignments, so thank you. I'm really glad. I'm really glad it was helpful. Melody, Python skills. Hey, iPhone life. He's biting me now. Why are you like this? Beep, beep. You were such a good boy earlier. Couldn't we just stay a good boy for a little longer? I guess not. Beep, beep. You know biting is bad. Ah, beep, beep. Can you guys see this? He's literally like freaking out. I don't even know why. If you, oh no. If you guys have a cat, does your cat ever do that? Like, they're just like really calm for 1 minute, like for some time, and then suddenly just completely freak out for like literally no reason. He does that all the time. Um, oh, is the audio really bad? Let me check. Oh, it is kind of crappy. Shoot. I'm sorry. I don't know what I can do about that. We are at our end anyway, so I won't restart it. As long as you guys can hear me, I hope. Yeah. I wanted to mention something else. So for my next study session, okay, so I've been thinking about this for a while now. Um, I'm thinking of incorporating two different things to study because what I realize is it's like if I'm studying one thing and I'm just doing that, the amount of time it takes for me to understand everything and like to really let it sink in is greater than the amount of time it would take for me to like do the next class. I don't think that made any sense at all. Let me try to reformulate my words. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that I feel like the stuff that I'm learning takes some time to actually sink into my head. So I was thinking I might start learning something else and kind of alternate the two different things. So similar to how school usually works. You know how in school you have like multiple classes that you're taking. For me, it was like my undergrad was like five or six, and then for my master's like three classes, and like alternating these different things. I didn't really understand why people did that before, but now I kind of realize if you're just studying one thing, it's like it takes some time for your brain to sink in, and it also, it gets a little mundane after a while. So what I'm trying to say here is that I think I'm gonna start a trading class. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a course for just like or I might just like start paper trading, because that's something that I've been wanting to get into for a really long time now. I've just been procrastinating for a really long time. So I think what I might do is maybe do like of my 3 days, two of them to do the machine learning stuff, and then one of them to do the paper trading in the beginning slash like trading course. Yeah. So maybe Friday I might try that out, or maybe next week. I will see. I'll have to go see because do you guys know like all the courses for trading? If you're interested, it's like there's just like so many people trying to scam you. It's like, oh, like if you do this, they like teach you these strategies to make all this money, and it's just like it's just so obviously a scam. And most of the courses out there are like that, and I'm very, very skeptical. So I'll do some research and I'll see if I can find something that I think is relatively reliable. Or I might just start paper trading because it's like similar with machine learning or learning anything, right? Like the best way of learning is to do it. So I might just set up an account for paper trading and then go from there. I guess you guys can see how terrible I am. I've never done it before. Um, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Merlot. If you get stuck trying to understand a piece of math, you either move on to another topic or sleep on an idea. So it would benefit you to get into other study areas. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You put it a lot better than I put it. Yep. Yeah, so that's why I want to start like alternating working on different things. Yeah. On I think I'll try to start on Friday. Try to get that set up on Friday, hopefully. Cool. Oh, Mind Fake, you're right, right. Yeah, it's called Interleaving. Barbara Oakley, Mind for Numbers. Yeah, I started her course a while back. I unfortunately never finished it, but I do remember she talked about that. Might be time to revisit. Yeah, Interleaving. Chris Schultz, paper trading. Yeah, it's basically when you trade with fake money. I use TD Ameritrade for my normal account stuff. When I say normal account stuff, I don't actually know anything. Let's just say that I have some very good friends that are traders, and they pretty much just like help me put stuff, do stuff in my account, and I don't actually like I obviously agree. Like they explain things to me. It's like, oh, we should do this because of like these reasons, because your goal is this. I'm like, okay, that sounds good to me, but I don't actually understand what's happening, and then I just like trade stuff that they told me to do. So yeah, I'm TD Ameritrade has like paper, I think it's called like paper money or something. That's paper trading. So I'm gonna figure out how that works and do that. Yep. I'm glad the audio got better. Uh hey, Toronto, Nishay. Hey, I haven't been back for like a year now. How's it going there? Yeah, and Christian, I do work remotely. I'm not technically supposed to be working remotely. I just happen to be working remotely because of COVID. Yeah, I'm supposed to be in SF. I am not. Um, Jamie, can you briefly talk about the financial aid available for you when you were at MCIT as an international student? That is a tough topic because the answer is that there is no financial aid for international students, unfortunately. The only hope that you have is if you get financial aid from your whatever country that you are from. I looked into this personally and there just wasn't anything available. Yeah. And there's also like they do have scholarships and stuff, but it's also not available for international students. I know. It's rough. Yeah. And it's definitely not cheap. It's not cheap. Like when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go or not, I just like kept on calculating my expected value and the expected return. Obviously I ended up going, but I don't want to bias your decision on that. But I think you should definitely calculate how much you think you can earn afterwards. And then see if it's worth the amount of money that you're gonna have to find. That sounds so sketchy. The amount of money that you're gonna have to find, or like loan, or figure out how to get in some fashion. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any better news for you. Um, what are the works of data analytics intern in fintech, Avinash? That's hard for me to say truthfully. I worked at Goldman Sachs as an intern, but I haven't really worked in fintech. If I don't think Goldman Sachs is considered fintech. It's more like big finance. Beep beep. Why are you like this? Bad. Um, what was I even saying? Oh yeah. So I don't exactly know what people do in fintech. I can say in Goldman Sachs, what I worked on was I was doing like liquidity modeling for and doing anomaly detection for their liquidity. But yeah, that's what I was doing personally. One sec. My computer just froze. You guys can still hear me. Um, okay, cool. I hope you guys can still hear me. Try algorithmic trading by Yang. That sounds really fancy. I know what it is and I've heard about it. I feel like I should probably have a good understanding of how the market works, like of what the terms are first, because whenever I hang out with people who are traders, they just like say all these words and I literally have no idea what they're talking about most of the time. So I was thinking I might just get like an understanding of how what those terms means first and then try like traditional trading just to understand how it works before trying algorithmic trading. But yeah, I don't see why not though. After I at least get the basics down. Yeah, and Melody, I agree. Dr. Merlot, your English is seriously so amazing. I don't even know why you think your English is not good. Wait, sorry. I'm like kind of scrolling through because my computer just froze for a while. Um, let's see. Melody, BP wants my full attention. I know he was a good boy for a while, but he tried his best. You try your best, don't you, Beep Beep? It's okay. You're just a baby. Um, Shashruman, I have cats like this. You pay attention to eyes. If the eyes are big, stay the hell away. Why? Oh no, Beep Beep has huge eyes. Oh no, why are big-eyed cats bad? They look so cute though. He has big orange eyes. Um, Maswad, how much industry care about being a multidisciplinary data scientist? Example, Eng and DS versus only knowing DS concepts. Um, really good question. So data scientist is an interdisciplinary field in itself. So because of that, coding and just like engineering work is very important. So if you're saying like in terms of computer science and DS work, like you knowing how to code very well is very helpful. Yeah. So if you're like, if you want to learn another skill set as a data scientist and you don't know how to code very well, if you have the math stuff down, definitely recommend learning that well. And yeah, because if you know how to code, you can also expand into a lot of other things, like not just doing data science, you can also do like data engineering if you wanted to for a while and things like that. And truthfully, a lot of the ML algorithms and stuff, they're so automated these days. Most of the work is actually done by engineers. That might be surprising, but most of the machine learning work is not done by data scientists. It's done by software engineers. Because after you create one of these, like, I don't know, like ranking algorithms or whatever ML algorithm, then you just put it into a module, right? You just have an API, and then all the software engineer has to do is just call the API in a proper way, and then they're good to go, right? Like you don't actually have to understand how it works. Yep. Um, yeah. I'm sorry. I would really like to pronounce your name, but I cannot. But the question is, so you're gonna start learning investing things with paper trading. Yes. I am that's my plan, to start with paper trading because yeah, like learning in general is usually done best by doing. Also, the courses I've seen are mostly just really scammy. I'm gonna go ask my friend who does trading, who does quant trading. I'll ask him what he recommends me do. He does like options trading though, so I thought I would start with options trading just because I can ask him questions. But I think options trading kind of encapsulates just like normal stocks as well. So maybe I'll just ask him what he recommends I do, and then I'll do that. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna head out now. And Kalista. Oh yeah, is trading like investing in stocks? Yeah, yeah. Trading is investing in stocks, and other derivatives. Sorry. Yeah, investing in a lot of other stuff as well. Cool. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Maybe on Friday for the next live stream, you'll see me doing awfully at paper trading instead. Wouldn't that be exciting? So don't miss out on that. All right, I'll see you guys on Friday and have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye.